Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old dirt road, and you're ready to go if you want to. All right. Hey, thanks everybody for joining us today on Live Music Nation podcast. I'm your host, Jake Gill. Today we're with Emma Penzenstadler from Chisago County Fair. We got that right?
Yep, got it.
All right. It took 4 takes, guys, to get that right. I so apologize. Emma, thanks for joining us.
Glad to be here.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about you, Emma. Where did you grow up and your association with the county fair?
Yeah, so I grew up in Chisago City, part of Chisago County, Minnesota. We're located about 45 miles north of the Twin Cities area. I was part of the 4-H and FFA programs growing up through Chisago County, and now I am part of the Chisago County Fair Board.
Very good, very good. So as a youngster, what were some of your 4-H projects?
My family mainly showed cattle, and then towards the end of my career, we got into showing pigs. I was the oldest out of 3 siblings, so we still have the youngest showing, and she actually just finished up her last year of 4-H this past year.
Fantastic. What breed of cattle do you guys raise?
We do registered Hereford cattle, and then we just do crossbred pigs.
Oh, very good, very good. Okay, so tell us a little bit about your county fair. Like, what does it look like? Is it agricultural and 4-H strictly? Do you also offer events and entertainment and amusement rides, that type of thing?
Yep. So our county fair is a free gate fair, so we allow anyone to come in. We actually just celebrated our 150th year this past year. We do have animals. We do livestock, focused on promoting agriculture. For us, we're in a unique area where, being only 45 miles north of the Twin Cities, we're becoming more and more urban. So we're kind of losing out on gaining more members and growing our crowd for youth participating, but we're trying to grow that more and more. We also have a grandstand with events. We do Kids Day, motocross, demo derby, bands every night throughout our 4 days of our county fair. So try to have a little bit of everything for everyone.
Okay. All right. Very good. One of the trends that we saw, well, actually, the first thing that we saw, of course, COVID was hard on everybody, and especially county fairs. And that summer was really the first that it hit, hard, and shutdowns happened. But you mentioned that your 4-H side, your ag side, has kind of dropped a little bit. One of the trends that we're seeing in some of the areas of the country is that the urbanites, because of COVID, are becoming more agricultural minded. They're starting to raise their own chickens. They're starting to raise their own beef and their own pork. And we're starting to see some fairs are seeing that trickle into their 4-H clubs. Do you see that as maybe the Twin Cities are growing closer towards you? Do you think that that's a possibility for your future?
Yeah, I do definitely think it's possible. So we have a few things in place to help us go and gain more youth to our 4-H programs. So in the last couple of years, we actually set up a barn where we go and feature just specifically baby animals. We have baby calves, chickens, pigs, everything, just to get youth in front of livestock that way. And then we also do a grant program depending on the year for specific species. So we mainly stick to swine and sheep just because they're the easiest ones to get people into the livestock project. And with that, with our first year members, we offer them somewhere around $100 grant to encourage them to come and show with us. And then of course there's mentoring and additional projects involved with that too for them.
Oh, that's a spectacular program. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Emma, for you personally, now that you're in working with the fair and for the fair, what's the greatest reward that you have in that?
I think for me, it's working with just the livestock shows in general and our livestock auction too that we do throughout the fair. Those were huge programs that were part of my life, kind of dominated in what I did as a kid over sports. Yeah. So to be able to get back to those programs and to see the kids work through them, and then of course a lot of them go off to college and continue to work in the agriculture field, that's super special to me.
Good. You guys have a number of colleges that you work with for your 4-Hers to help them later after they graduate?
We don't actually work with any set colleges. We do go out, I know there's FFA programs that partner with colleges to go out and host different judging events and different things like that. We don't have any particular that we work with. I think for the most part, most of our youth end up either going to the University of Minnesota, River Falls, or SDSU, and that's just kind of where everyone's went with their programs based off what they want to major in.
Yeah. Were you a part of FFA through school?
Was I part of what?
Were you a part of the FFA program?
Yep. So I was part of Chisago Lakes FFA as well.
Is that a normal transition in your area from the 4-H'ers when they do that and they get into high school? FFA just is an easy transformation for them?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think for the most part, a lot of the 4-H'ers, so our area is a little unique in the fact that we have, I believe it's 3 different school districts, and then not all those school districts have FFA programs. So it's actually been easier for us to go through and we've set it up so we can take some of the schools where they don't have FFA programs and pull them into the Chisago Lakes FFA program. So they're not missing out on that as well, but they still remain members of 4-H. So on the FFA side, they're mainly doing contests, not necessarily showing livestock, but more doing judging projects and different things like that.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. A couple fun questions for you, Emma. I'm a live music guy. I'm in entertainment. So what's the best concert that you've ever seen yourself?
There's 2 of them. I just went to both Whiskey Myers and Parker McCollum, and both of them were fantastic. Parker was outside during the summertime, so I'd have to say that's probably the best one.
Okay. All right. You could bring any one act to your county fair, dead or alive. Who would you bring?
Ooh, right now, looking at it from what's going to get the most people into our fair and who recently came to the cities, was super popular, Zach Bryan, for sure.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, no, absolutely. Very cool. Emma, how do people find out more about your county fair?
Yeah, so you can check us out on our Facebook page, the Chisago County Fair. Otherwise, we have a website as well.
Okay, very good. Emma, thanks for joining us today. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Well, baby, I'm on it with a bottle of wine and an old jerk.